1.5%. A recent Goldman Sachs report predicted that generative AI and software would increase global GDP growth by 1.5%. When you think that GDP growth for the globe kind of hovers between 2 and 4%, 1.5% is an incredible increase. It's $7 trillion worth of GDP over the next 10 years. I think some University Penn researchers put out another report that said generative AI-powered software automation would impact 2/3 of all of the tasks and processes in the US labor market. These are really kind of astonishing statements and predictions. And it begs the question, well, how? Like, how do you actually do that? How do you transform a process that is currently manual to one that is augmented with generative AI, that's automated? How do we do this in a way that's safe, that's secure, that's compliant, that all of our colleagues get on board with? These are big questions. But actually at UiPath, this is exactly what we do. This is what we've been doing for over a decade now. We are a business automation platform. So we help our clients discover processes that can be automated and improved and transformed. We help them automate complex processes that touch multiple systems, APIs, people, teams, and we help them do that in a way that's safe and compliant across the enterprise. So that's our business. That's what we do. And we've been investing in AI in this space for many, many years now. I think our first big investment in AI in our automation platform was computer vision to understand applications and screens. A lot of software has a nice API, a lot of software has a consistent user interface, but sometimes none of that's available. So we had to develop amazing computer vision models to really accurately understand what's happening on the desktop as we do work. I think we followed that up with our task mining product, right? Task mining allows our users to record what work's being done on the desktop to automatically identify what are those opportunities to improve our daily practice, to automate more of our work so that we could be more productive and effective. Similarly with communications mining, how can we use AI to automatically read all of those communications we get in our service teams, our operations teams, uncover opportunities to automate that, to transform that, to deliver a better customer experience. Similarly with our IDP solutions, so many of the processes that we actually perform just sits in a PDF, a fax, a Word document. How can we interpret that, extract that data, and help us automate more? So that's the world that we're in, and we do this for over 10,000 customers globally, some of the biggest brands and businesses that we all interface with every day. Companies like Dexcom, Thermo Fisher, Uber, pretty much in every vertical, in every kind of function, we have customers using us every day to help them do things faster, to do things with more consistency, more control, deliver better client experiences because you're not waiting on those kind of manual interactions, and to deliver kind of better margins and growth to the stakeholders. So I want to kind of use this session today to talk about how we're basically unlocking the power of generative AI to help you automate more processes in the enterprise. My name's Challis. I head up AI strategy, and I'm joined by Alexandru, our product manager from one of our AI teams. So I think one of the first things to say is, there's a lot of buzz around generative AI, but AI is not kind of new, right? We've been using AI for many, many years. But regardless of what type of AI you're using, generative AI or supervised AI or any kind of other AI algorithm, the single most important thing which defines the quality with which and the value that that algorithm can provide is the context, the information that you give it, right? You just heard that if you're in the Morgan Stanley session before that, the quality of the data that you can get in, the breadth of the data that you can get in, the speed at which you can get that data into an AI algorithm is critical to unlocking that value. Secondly, AI has no value unless you actually put its predictions, its outputs, right, its inferences to work, unless you actually plug that algorithm into our processes, our applications, the way that we actually do work. And UiPath, that's what we do. We're an automation platform. We have amazing tooling to take actions in user interfaces, in APIs, and critically, and this is more important than ever with generative AI, human in the loop. We have tools like Action Center and apps which allow you to easily orchestrate kind of human in the loop processing and control into these generative flows. So within that context, we announced just, I think, a month ago, a whole bunch of connectors to all of the leading large language models and generative models from all of the big cloud providers. We recognize that all of you will have different kind of cloud vendors. The onboarding different cloud vendors has different lead times. And secondly, we also know that this is a really rapidly kind of changing environment. I don't think we can make strong predictions about who's going to have the best model for X in any one period of time. So it's really important for us and our customers that we make it really easy for you to integrate to the models that you've got compliance sign-off for, that are appropriate to your kind of business, but it also gives you that flex so that you're not locked into a provider when you might want to change that down the line. The second kind of core part is what we're calling specialized AI. So generative AI, just out of the box, I don't know how many times you guys have used it kind of firsthand, will only give you performance up to a certain kind of quality level, right? Often you're going to need to fine-tune, to iteratively improve these algorithms to actually perform well at the task that you need to in your business. You can think of generative AI models as being really good for anything that kind of exists on the internet, but actually for a lot of the work and processes we do in our organizations, that information is proprietary, that information is unique to you. So it's critical for us and our customers that we give you specialized models that you can fine-tune, that you can adapt to the context of your business and your processes. And then against that architecture, we have our end-to-end solutions, which help our clients solve particular challenges like document understanding or communications understanding or task mining. And I think what's kind of great is we were recently recognized as kind of the leaders in the IDP space. So Everest said we were kind of the leader and star performer in this space. So the IDP space is all of the software people use to extract structured information from documents. And we're not the oldest vendor in this space. We're actually one of the younger providers here. So how did we get this? I think it's because of this holistic approach that UiPath takes to automating processes. AI, again, is not valuable unless you can bake it into the processes and the ways of work that you actually have today, right? It's critical you have that flexibility to plug it in and take action where you need to take that action. So it's a really reflection of that flexibility and that holistic view that we take to things. So, how does Gen AI help us? How does it help our customers? I think you can really think about it adding value in three core ways. One is democratizing access. Gen AI makes it easier for us all to do more, right? I can use Gen AI to write SQL queries, even though I've completely forgotten to write SQL queries. And we're using Gen AI to make it super easy to use all the elements of the UiPath platform. We're also using Gen AI to speed up the whole kind of life cycle of an automation development, from discovery to programming to maintenance. And finally, and I think Alexandru will show you this in the demo, we can use Gen AI to automate fundamentally new processes. Gen AI can write emails, Gen AI can write sales summary calls, Gen AI can write, and that opens up more scope to automate more. So I'm super excited to welcome Alexandru to the stage and show you one of our latest announcements, which is we're calling Project Wingman.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can see me, hear me, and I'm gonna start immediately. So UiPath offers a variety of pre-configured API integrations. When coupled with custom integrations and the best clean-class UI automation, it provides comprehensive opportunities across the entire enterprise. In addition to that, we have incorporated generative AI capabilities that lower the entry barrier by enabling users to describe their required automation tasks. Today, we're exploring the intersection of CRM management and AI, two transformative elements in modern businesses. Usually, a new lead in Salesforce would require a sales representative to manually curate and send a personalized email. Imagine this for 100 or 1,000 persons going through the process manually. As you can see, I have instructed UiPath Studio that I will require such automation, including generating the email content using AI. So our model correlates the task with the building blocks accessible to any UiPath customer, and I'm just a few clicks away for having the entire process automated. So recall that the outcome of the automation, it's a process that will run every time a specific event occurs, in our case, when a new lead is created in Salesforce. Now, we have the opportunity to customize the prompt used for OpenAI to generate the personalized email. In our case, we will use the company information from the lead so that the prompt is updated every time the automation is triggered. Right now, we are configuring the process to attach a personalized brochure based on the customer needs. So, with the personalized content generated, the brochure obtained from Dropbox, and the lead's address in hand, we are prepared to send the email. We just need to configure this low-code activity, and we need to wire the output we got from OpenAI. As you can see, our model also generated a condition that will verify the revenue threshold. In our case, we want to create a follow-up event in case the revenue potential is above 100K. We simply need to use this revenue information that is available on the lead, and we will be set to create a follow-up invite. So another application of our generative AI is the ability to describe the necessary values of the property. And Studio will generate the corresponding activity based on human description. In our case, in this example, we're configuring this event to trigger in 1 week at 2 p.m. Now that our automation is fully configured, we can test it. It's worth noting that UiPath Studio can be used without any installation, and you can develop automations in any browser on any operating system. Okay. Now we are ready to check the results of the automation once the execution is successful. And in our example, we use the lead named John Doe working for Acme Inc. So we will see the email in a moment, and we can observe that it was tailored with the lead's detail, and that it even includes the industry brochure. So this concludes my demo, and back to you, Ed. Thank you.
Cool. So, I mean, this is super exciting times. This is available in preview today. So if you go to inside.uipath.com, you can apply for access. We've had a super short session. I would love everyone here to come to booth 400. We can do this demo live. We can talk through some of the intricacies and challenges of implementing this at scale. Thank you so much for having us. It's been great to be here.